Hey, good morning, everybody. What is good, fine people of the internet? Good morning, Jonathan. Hey, Paul. Hey, Tom. Waiting for my chart to load. Still has not quite happened yet. Hey, Ed. Hey, Lex. Good morning, Michael. What's up, Archer? Hey, Joanne. Hey, Octopus. Yes, I got invisible bars today. They got some extra special touch to them. Secret, it's secret market maker bars. Good morning, RV. All right, here we go on Nasdaq starting to show up finally. Let's see what we got. Moving our key levels, of course. Yesterday expanded that range a little bit. ES chart is live too, and the bell is just ringing right now. So market is officially open. We don't have a trend currently in play. This downtrend already had a close outside of the channel and a new low. So we are waiting basically for the next market cycle, which typically we would expect a bounce to occur. Hey, Dano. Hey, Tick Trader. Good morning. Still waiting for a bounce. Although we did have a little downtrend, it has since turned into more or less a little range. Been congested for the last 4 hours. We haven't gone anywhere. That's fun. We will see if that changes. Yesterday was pretty important in that we continued the bounce from last week. So the market was not able to break down below major moving averages as it tried to do on what day was that? Thursday? No, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong days. Yeah, last Friday, but then was not able to really have follow through. Which unfortunately being between the 100-day and the 50-day moving average on SPY, we are more likely to have kind of rangy market conditions as we have been in this general range for, I mean, really since October. We have not gone anywhere since October. Hey, Julian. Good morning, McLeese. So not getting the initial bounce that we would expect after this downtrend played out, which is interesting. Switch over to NQ and see if that's any different over there. And really it's not. It moved down. Downtrend played out. We would expect a bounce, and we're just stuck in this little congestion. But this does feel like the type of congestion that we get an explosive move out of. So watch out for that. It could happen. All right, NQ looks like it's gonna go test the bottom part of the range. I would be hesitant to take a long on the bottom given the bias leading up to it. Because typically, if you trade down into a range, when that range finally breaks, it will continue down, and vice versa. If we traded up into this range, the more likely result when the range finally breaks would be up. So we're more likely to break down than we are up. So even though we are in a range, it's not as high probability to buy the bottom, which is typically what we would want to do in a range. We'll pop down below the range. We are now going back to it. And again, just waiting for some sort of trend to start developing. If we continue to go down, this is a distinct possibility that we have this little secondary downtrend. As of now, though, we don't have enough confirmation for that. I need some water, guys. I need to hydrate. We need to get going today. Still waiting on a bounce back in. We don't have it yet. Switching over to Nasdaq, we are actually pretty close to that key level being yesterday's low. So zooming out, hopefully we can actually break through there and get some movement. Otherwise, this is just going to be one really big range, kind of like we had yesterday. A little higher low on NQ. If you were really aggressive, you could have taken that. I'm preferring to kind of let the market settle this morning. Back on ES, we are clearly back into that range territory. While on Nasdaq, a little bit of rejection at the EMA. If this turns into a double higher low, I might consider taking the long. But right now, it's looking like rejection. Good morning, those of you who are just popping in. Happy Thursday to all. Interesting, the NQ. Oh, actually, ES is right on yesterday's low. I did not mark this yet. I don't have either of these levels marked properly. Okay. Well, that changes the landscape a little bit. We're bouncing right on yesterday's low. So yeah, again, we could have that secondary channel, right? But we're right on yesterday's low. So even if we get a short setup here, not going to want to take it. And while we wait for, oh man, that's such a shame. Look at that second entry short. Beautiful. Beautiful lower high. I just can't take with being right at that key level. That's a bummer right there, because that is an absolutely beautiful setup. 2 legs of correction. Second entry short already happened. Then you get this nice lower high confirmation. RV Traveler says we are 100 points from yesterday's low on NQ. Not quite. We're right on it. Here's yesterday's low right here. We're came within like 10 points. Even less probably. Oof, look at that lower high on NQ forming. That would also be really tempting to take. But ES is already bouncing. Well, while we are waiting to get some sort of trend confirmed, make sure you're liking the stream. Send some good vibes this morning. Support the small channel. All right, now we got what looks like two legs up of this bullish move. This could be where we turn down again, but since we're coming off the key level, this also could be the start of a really big bounce. It's looking more like the latter. If we push down here and get a double lower high, I will consider taking that short. Since this move up already looks played out with two legs, that's a nice move down. I'm gonna look for a lower high right here. No lower high formed there. Gonna have to be patient. We're still more choppy than we are trendy, to use technical language. We don't really have anything to rely on just yet, except that yesterday's low is holding, which is more bullish than bearish. S&P pushed above the 21. NQ still struggling to get there. While ES is kind of making progress to the upside, NQ looks like it's settling into another congestion. Wish it were not so, ladies and gentlemen, but so far we have kind of crappy price action. We need to break a level here if we're going to get a trend. Right now I mean, look, this is exactly where we were 4 hours ago. We could possibly be getting a wider uptrend here on the S&P. It is still a little bit too choppy for me to entirely trust. In the meantime, I didn't really check on what news we have today. We do have pending home sales in about 10 minutes. Honestly, it's not going to do anything, really. We may have a volatile candle, but the market is not waiting on pending home sales. And the only other piece today is the president is speaking at later this afternoon, but that is kind of the same situation. The market's not waiting on some remarks from the president, so there may be a volatile candle, maybe, but I doubt it. The market stopped caring what the president said quite a while ago, and it's more concerned with actual policy implementation. There's been a lot of things the president has said that have not come to fruition, so the market stopped reacting as heavily. See if NQ can get out of this little congestion. All right. This wider uptrend on S&P is looking a little bit more legit, especially if we can break out of this range action here. If we can't, this is just going to be an expanded range basically to this area. Normally it would be looking for a failed breakout here, but because of the possibility of this wider trend, I think it is wise to hold back. Same on NQ, it does have a trend in play currently. Possibly a little overshoot on this uptrend. I think NQ is looking a little cleaner right now. I will consider a long if the NQ can pull back to the 21. Give us a second entry like so. David, you bet. Good to be with you guys, and glad you find it useful. For anyone else who may be in that position who does find the stream valuable in any way or mildly entertaining, or you just like the company while you're trading, hit that like button. We got 70 people in here, only like 20 something likes. Yeah, it's definitely helpful for the channel. Help other traders discover some legit trading. A break from all the furu noise and tradertainment and just straight gambling and antics. If you're done with the antics, hit the like button. Or maybe you want antics, guys. I mean, you know, honestly, if we were doing the stream in the afternoon, I'd be more prone to antics, but I work on the West Coast, right? So it's 6:30 in the morning when the market starts. Ain't nobody got time for antics at 6:30. Here's the pullback on NQ. Should we buy? No. I already showed you the pattern I was looking for. Right now we have 1, 2, 3 bearish candles. We need to see a little bit of a bounce, right? The market attempting to go up. The second leg of the pullback, and this is where we'd be looking for the long. If we get that. Right now, it's not looking great for the home team. We're below the EMA. If we start closing candles below it, it's not going to be good. Need to see some support here on the EMA. Another clue is the S&P, which had this overshoot right here. Overshoots typically lead to a steep correction, sometimes even a complete reversal. Right now we got that steep correction for sure. We're trading below the EMA, back into the range. Not looking great. All right, NQ popped above the 21. That's a good look. See if we can get that second pullback. It might just go straight up to the new high. That would kind of suck for us. ES is back above the 21. Let's see if we can get that second entry here. NQ still needs to pull back some though. If you were just watching ES, you could have possibly taken this bullish bar here. I need one more test of the 21, especially since the Nasdaq hasn't really pulled back yet. And there's the new high already. The good thing, however, on the ES is that we have not broken this channel. So we're still good to go looking for longs. And in fact, this thing is more confirmed, giving more confidence on the next pullback. Let's watch this pullback, guys. This would be a great context for a setup. If we get the setup here, this channel has been doubly confirmed. We're above this range. We don't have to worry about that anymore. We got plenty of room to run till either the overnight high or previous day high. This is ideal for a trade, so we just need it to set up here. The only thing that this has going against it is just that the Nasdaq possibly is played out with this close outside and a new high. So if the Nasdaq corrects, it could drag the S&P down with it. Aware of that for sure, and we're just watching to see if we can get the setup. George passed all 4 of your evals. Nice. Good work. Now the real work begins on those funded accounts, eh? That's not looking good. We dropped down below the 21 in order to get a setup now. We need a good looking push up and a higher low. Interestingly enough, it's S&P that's really leading the way down here. And Q kind of finding support. Come on, S&P, let's get back above that EMA. Give us a setup. Really hope we're not doomed to range purgatory if we can't get above the EMA. That is highly likely what's going on. Did not be fun. By the way, we did get through the home sales, and as you can see, there was really no indication that we even had a news release, so it's important to know what news events actually are important. That one was not. Continuing to make lower lows here. Ralph, nice. 4 points on the previous second entry long. That's solid. That is the benefit of trailing your stop. You get to lock in those profits. Come on, market. Let's freaking do something. No conviction here from either side. I don't care if we drop, right? But let's drop with conviction. Well, this is probably a good time for those who are trading other assets. I don't know how oil's rocking today, or gold or silver or something, but the indices are slow today. All right, finally we got a little push above the EMA. I will take a higher low. Come on, baby. Higher low. Let's get it. Let's get it. Just give it to us, yes.
Trying to come around my girl acting like Mr. Friendly and still the spotlight like Mr. Bentley. I spotted her like Spud McKenzie, and for them fake boobies I paid them Benjis.
So if we get a higher low here, oh man, got a little volatility coming in. Do not know what this is. Does look like Trump is, I don't know if he's speaking or not, but he definitely, oh yeah, Trump is talking right now, okay. That's good to know. My schedule says he's not talking till this afternoon, but he's making some comments right now. Ooh, that's a tempting higher low right there. It closed below the 21 though. We'll have to pass. Did not want to be going long right as the EMA is rejecting. Come on, baby. We just need that higher low. That is literally it here. Everything else is confirming. We got that nice uptrend. Back above the EMA. We just need one little confirmation. Just a higher low. We'll be in it to win it. Need this bar to reverse. Come on, bulls. Absolutely no conviction today. My goodness. There is a bit more Fed speak going on. Good old Goolsby's going to take the mic here in about 8 minutes. Again, I'm not expecting fireworks, but it is important to be aware of. That's a nice bullish bar. I've been hurt before, though. I've been let down before. Nice. Neil took that one. Cool. I personally am waiting for the higher low. Just a little bit congested. But that last bar was definitely tempting, not gonna lie. Ooh, there's the higher low. All right. We're going to give this one a try. Almost missed it. Almost caught me sleeping. Could have taken the scalp already. Might have been a good idea. I don't want to see this drop back down. This either goes up instantly, or we'll take the small paper cut here. Nice, Archer got it. Cool, cool. ATR is pretty big again today, so it's already gone up like 2 points or so. 2.5 points. I think we're gonna have to take the paper cut. Again, not really willing to see it all go all the way back down, given this congestion here. Market's been unable to break through that, so you see it reject here, which it did. You know, it's pretty likely that it's going to go down to where our stop was, so might as well just get out soon. We're basically a break even still. If it's not going to break out here, then it's not going to break out. That's pretty much the chance. But for those of you who just take quick scalps, that was a solid trade anyway. That went up like over 2 points, so you could easily get out there. I was hoping for the start of a bigger move, just not happening. However, if we come down and get a good failed breakout down here, I could certainly consider a long. Coming down to that support, let's see if we get a little failed breakout. Nice bullish bar here. Or if this flushes. This is the only chance here for the long. It's got to be a really convincing bullish bar. All right. Well, we're not getting that fail breakout bar. It is a little risky anyway, given this downtrend. So I think it would be wise to let this develop a little bit, see if the sellers actually have some legs and can push the market down. Zooming out, I mean, we have not got out of the range, right? This is still very rangy. So wise to keep your trading size low until we get a legitimate move. So far, it's pretty dang choppy. So good to be with you guys this morning. We tried, right? The market's not giving us much, but pretty confident that we'll get some setups later in the day. So join me in the Discord. I'll be calling out play by play exactly what I'm looking for, the positions I'm wanting to take, and I will give you live updates when I take those. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Hope you have a wonderful trading day. See y'all tomorrow. Later.